Every opportunity we get is just another opportunity to learn. I started doing media, honestly, for selfish reasons. 100% selfish reasons. Me doing media was about we needed content. It was too expensive at the time for us. And I shouldn't say too expensive. It wasn't in our price range for us to have consistent quality media. And when I say us, I really mean Kingdom Movement, Lineage, Unison. We weren't able to pay that consistently. So it's like, hey, everybody gotta learn a new skill. So, and I knew I could line up with media because I had an eye for it. I just didn't have the skill set for it. So I started, designing some horrible looking graphics, some flyers. And just like you start with everything, nobody comes out the womb amazing. Some people do, but normally people don't. And I was able to get some great advice from some really good people and really to steer me in the right direction. I'm gonna put a plug in it right there. So many of us aren't able to grow because we're unwilling to listen. We have to be better listeners. I thank God for the influences in my life. You have to know where to put them, and sometimes you have to silence the crowd and just do what God is telling you to do. But one thing we have to remember is that we're here to help each other. So if somebody is giving you some helpful advice that might, hit on your pride a little bit because you feel like you have arrived in what you do, learn to take the advice because it could be game-changing and life-changing for what you do. And we have to remember that every opportunity we get is just another opportunity to learn. So put that plug in there. What was I talking about? Because I forgot before I inserted that plug. So, people were giving me a lot of good information, really, like a lot of good things to do. And I started to grow myself, and I started to go beyond that into photography and getting a little bit into videography and editing and social media branding and marketing. And then I went ahead and went to Kent State and I got my bachelor's degree in communications because I just wanted to be a better communicator. How can I communicate my messages better? How can I flow better? How could I make something more visible to a group that might not see it? And from there, people just started to reach out to me and say, hey, Jeremy, I love you guys' branding. Could you do this for me? Or who's doing your branding? And that's kind of how it spread. And then I made a graphic and said, I'm doing this for this amount of money. And then people just started to reach out to me. Sometimes I regret ever doing that because I don't love media. I'm gonna say it again for the people who don't hear me. I do not love doing media. I like it a whole lot though. I enjoy it. It's fun. I have an eye for it. I can see it. I know what's supposed to be and what's not supposed to be. But the technicalities of photography and videography, that take too much time for somebody who sings. I sing, I write music, and I produce events. But the graphic design I love too, and I'll keep that near the heart. The website, that take a long time. But to God be the glory for those who do it. People like Gabriel Black, who we need in our community, who we need on our team because he's amazing at what he does. Plug for my guy right there. But I think I'm entering into a season where I think my passion is leading the worship experience. That's what I want to do above all things. I love leading the worship experience. It's my favorite thing to do. I also love producing events, and I also love managing social media. I think that's where my life is headed now, more to managing moments than actually working in the moment, right? So you'll see a lot less of me with the camera in my hand and a lot more of me instructing where the camera should be. That makes sense. But I think what attracted me to events is the same concept of we just didn't have anybody to do it. And I was, when I was younger, I would always feel like gospel was excellent in their execution of song and instrument production. Amazing. But we get to the show and we just stand there. And I always felt like there could be more through gospel production. So here comes Ty Tribbett, right? Jumping around, crazy shows, all this kind of stuff. I believe that production can be in ministry. I believe that lighting and smoke and fog and different things are a good thing. I feel like they enhance the moment. I feel like they have their place. You can't use it to curate something that wasn't in the room, but I believe that they can enhance the moment. So I like producing shows from top to bottom. I want to do a run of show. I want to play songs. I want to play songs here and there because this will tie into this and then we can flow it this way. I want to be able to say, all right, dim the lights because of this reason. And then we're going to go flashing lights at this time. I want to be able to see your show from top to bottom, hear your vision, and to be able to enhance it and say, hey, you know, I believe this can go here and this can go there. Watching artists like Michael Jackson, watching artists like Beyonce, people like that who have just given me an idea into the greater side of production on how things could be magnified and how you can add to the show. And I know we don't want to look at ministry as a show, and that's okay. We don't want to look at ministry as a show. It's ministry unto God. But what I think we miss sometimes in ministry is the element of what a producer can add to the moment. So I love production.